Hi kids. Before we talk about this box of parts, let's talk about this. Just a heads up, I'm getting back to work on this Crescent 45 player. I've had some requests to finish it, and I'm sorry it took so long to get back to it, but I've already started a video getting going on the finishing touches, so you can expect that to be coming up in just a few days. But we're talking about this today. This is a box of parts. It is a Canadian 78 player. And here's the tag. Model V-5, RCA Victor Company, Montreal, Canada. It is the Canadian version of an R93C. 78 only. It's the kind of record player that you have to plug into a radio or amplifier. It doesn't have an amp or speaker of its own. So the cabinet isn't here because I sent it out today to get refinished. So I'm going to show you a little slideshow set to music that I put together quite a while ago when I was still doing those things before I realized how lame they are. So I'm going to show you that. It's only a couple of minutes. And then I'll come back and show you some progress that I've made on it. And then that'll probably be it for this introductory video. And when the cabinet comes back from the refinish shop, I will do part 2. So here comes the slideshow that will show you all the before pictures, and then we'll move into the after pictures in a bit. Okay, you can see that in the video, the slideshow, I had taken the platter and stripped it down to bare metal. Okay, so this is not the same platter, but it's identical. It's the same size and shape and everything. The one that I stripped down and reflocked went in this little suitcase player. You might remember that one. Okay, that's 78 player. We finished that one not too long ago. So I'm going to have to do the same thing. I'm going to have to strip this one down and put the flocking on it and everything. So that'll be fun. So what I have done is I have repainted the tone arm and the tone arm base, the pivot. Okay, they've got, what I did was, I left the original wrinkle finish paint on it. But, you know, the paint was missing in places. So all I did was just leave the original wrinkle finish paint on it and then repaint it in a dark brown that is a really close match. And then I put a matte finish on it because it was a little too shiny. For some reason, it doesn't have a lot of wrinkle down on this end. That's just the way it is. And I'm not going to try to change that. That's just the way it is. But anyway, came out great. I mean, it really does. It looks just, you know, looks exactly like it should. And I was really hoping. So, got this originally, had this big old honking cartridge in there, you know, with the set screw for your needle. Needle would go in that hole there, you know. So I'm gonna probably keep the set screw sticking out the end, but I'll just JB weld it in there or something, you know. We're probably gonna go with this. I'm gonna have to experiment. I always end up saying I'm gonna do something, then I change my mind, but I'm gonna try and go with this PowerPoint cartridge, which is a 78 stylus. That's why the cartridge is green. And we'll have to look and see because, you know, obviously the mounting holes I think are way too far apart. They are, you know, for that. And it also is going to sit in there too, you know, this would be sitting flat on the record before you ever got anywhere near the needle. So I think what I'll do is I will crack this one in half at the seam. You just take the little rivets out, those little rivets. I'll crack this in half at the seam, and I will attach this to the bottom half of this, and then I can just screw it in place, you know. And you can use two-way tape, or I can JB weld it on there, or whatever I want to do. And then that should get it closer to where it needs to be. And I think it'll make a good replacement. These have a pretty hot output, and I'm hoping it's going to work fine. And so anyway, that's where we're at with this. We're just getting going on it, and I just got the cabinet to the guy today to refinish it for me. He should have it back to me in a few days, and then we will pick up part 2. But I just wanted to put this together real quick and show you what's going on. A couple of interesting things. There's the original idler wheel with its original rubber tire. Here's one that I tried to make the last time I did one of these, which was probably, it might have been that suitcase set or that little Bakelite and gold 78 RCA player that I did. Never could quite get it to go at the right RPM. It was always just a little bit off. I can't remember whether it was fast or slow, but it was noticeable. So I ended up having to spend the money and get a replacement from Voice of Music. So we might have to do that again. We'll see. Anyway, that's a project we've got going, and we'll be getting back to this one right away. So a couple of things coming up here on the channel. So there you go. Hope you stay tuned. And as always, thanks for watching.